Okay, people, what's going on? I just wanted to ask a question to you guys out there. Oh man, I don't know how long we can do this out here like this, but we're gonna have to. All right, have you guys seen the update on this Eric Adams, which has been how do you call it, um, perceived to be the mayoral candidate? Well, the winner of the mayoral race, because basically going by the 100,000 plus um, magic votes that they gave him, that they got caught um, doing, they pretty much said, you know, our mistake, we forgot to remove them. So what they did basically was what they did was remove just enough so that it's not too much, so that he's still winning by what, 50.5. So it's just that little point 0.5, well, point 0.10, what, 50.5 minus 5, another 5 would be what, 49, whatever, right? So they removed just enough for him to get 50.5% of the, that 1%, that 1 point over, uh, was it Miss Garcia, right? I mean, we've seen what happened. We've seen what happened in the last election. We just had the failure of America. We saw what happened, right? And no one's supposed to say anything. But when it's Democrats, you're not supposed to question it, right? Don't question it. When it's the Democrats, you don't question it, right? But when they get discovered getting hundreds, over 100,000 free votes, right, for their prime candidate, because the way they work is the where is it? The candidate that they splash all over TV is basically the one they've already determined to be the winner. Whichever one they're pushing in your face is the one that's going to be the winner. That's the way Democrats work. Okay? They'll have 10, 15, 20 candidates, but the one that they're going to determine, the one that they determine already to be the winner, they want to be the winner, is the one that's going to be all in your face, feeding you a whole bunch of bullcrap. That the last Democrat and the one before that and the one before that and the one before that was feeding us, right? So basically, he won over a large demographic field in New York's first major race to use ranked choice voting, right? Ranked choice voting just comes out of nowhere after they already pulled the first crap that they did in the previous election, right? So they got a new way to get around integrity, right? They got a new way to get around integrity. To hell with voting integrity, right? They want to do what works for Democrats. So he wins over just 1 percentage point over Catherine Garcia, right? Not saying that I'm like, oh, Catherine Garcia is actual should have been the one ahead by now, but or any Democrat, I wouldn't support any Democrat. What I'm saying is, going by the numbers, they're plastering him all over the place, right? Every commercial you see, he's on it. Every picture you see, he's in it, right? Every mic they put up now, he's on it. In his first run, they plaster 100+ thousand votes on him. Magic votes. That's what I call them. I call them magic votes because they can just magically make votes appear like they did in the previous election, right? Just Trump has a recent rally, right? And hundreds of thousands of people are there before he even is even there, before he's even talking, before he's even there. They're already there. They're there before him, right? And Biden can't get a good few hundred to attend any event that he holds, which is crazy. But he got the 50. He got the supposedly what 81 million votes or something like that. He's the one that got those many votes, right? But Trump pulls in hundreds of thousands at his rallies, and he's not even president, right? Okay, so I don't know. What does this tell you guys as far as what is going on here as far as this polling, right? Because they're not even talking about any of the other candidates at all. It's like the only candidate that they're talking about is Adams. No one else is talked about at all. No one is. They don't even talk about what the other ones are doing and any rallies or anything. They're just talking about Eric Adams, Eric Adams, Eric Adams, Eric Adams, Eric Adams. You put in your browser 2021 mayoral election or mayoral candidate or whatever it is, primaries, and they show Eric Adams. You have to click and click inside of clicks of links and links just to see the other candidates. Or you have to know the candidates by name and search for them individually to see anything about them. But if you don't put their name in this algorithm that they create for their winner, you won't even see them. From the top to the bottom, you see Eric Adams, Eric Adams, Eric Adams, Eric Adams, Eric Adams. Video after video, Eric Adams, Eric Adams. So I'm curious, how many of you guys already knew that Eric Adams was going to win the moment they accidentally gave him 100,000 plus votes? I still haven't heard anybody talk about um, haven't heard anybody talk about any of the other candidates getting votes like that. Not even the Democratic candidates, right? I I'm only hearing that Eric Adams, the only one that can get 100+ thousand free votes, and then they get caught, and then they remove just enough so he's still winning, like they did in the previous election, right? Oh, we found discrepancies, so we'll just remove them, but just enough so Biden is winning. That's right. I don't know, man. This is This is in your face, up and down, smack dab in your face. And he says himself, well, there are still some very small amounts of votes to be counted, because he knows this. The results are clear. An historic, diverse, here we go with that bullcrap, five borough coalition led by working class New Yorkers has led us to victory in the Democratic Party for mayor of New York. This is his statement. So I just quoted what Adams, that's his statement. I just quoted what he said. That's not what I'm saying about him. All right. So he's running on the, let's just say, the Blue Lives Matters kind of thing. Basically, he's running for law and order. From my knowledge, he's not the first one who, talked about law and order, right? I remember President Trump when he was in office. That's the that's what came out of his mouth all the time. Law and order. It's kind of funny, right? How that works. It's like every time they come out with something, the Democrats, it's always something that Trump was already saying when he was in office. And they're just running on everything that he was saying. Now they're trying to do everything he was saying should be done. But it didn't make sense when he said it, because if he's saying law and order, Democrat says law and order, yeah, right? Because that's what we've been getting all of this time, law and order, right? And Eric Adams has been what? How long he's been a police officer? So if he's supposed to be bringing law and order, how come he hasn't done it while he was a police officer? That's a question I like answered. Why hasn't he done it when he was a police officer? So now you're not a police officer. However, all you've done was take orders, right? A black Democrat police officer or ex police officer. That that cannot be good. All I see is another crime bill coming. One worse than Biden did. I'm talking about one that you just is just smack in your face. I can see that already. Right? He's not even he's not even the governor, right? Because we already know who's gonna control the police force. So we'll be damned if someone like Cuomo or these other Democrats will even let him do anything with this police force or any reform. Right? Let me check something for a second, because this is pretty much annoying me, and I'm on here longer than I wanted to be. I just wanted to ask this question. It's like, because I know other people are looking at this, and the Board of Elections, all they say is, "Oh, you know, this this irregularity is, just something that we can easily fix by just removing some of them and leaving just enough so that he's winning still." All right. Let me see something. Give me a second here, guys. Hmm. Okay, I see what he's gonna try and do. What he wants to do. He wants to block the defund the police movement. That's yeah, right. So he's that's pretty much what it looks like he's going to be doing, or working on, or fighting against, preventing, is any defunding of the police, city, um, and keep that from happening. So that defund the police movement will be dead in its tracks. So that's pretty much what it seemed like his focus is, and that's why he's running. Well, he's running for mayor. You know, so I don't. He I guess he feels like also, but you're not gonna be able to do anything with this police force that we currently have. Anything that has to do with fixing it, anything, because you still have a Democrat. You still have a okay, can I stop doing that? Okay, you still have a Democrat governor, right? And we know how Democrat policies work. They don't. So before any police reform even begins, it has to begin from up here, and it has to rain down on those below, right? The chief, or even a lieutenant, chief, governor, sheriff. These people are all like, you know, the badge, the real badge of the police force. And when you have people in power over a police force, or any police force, or any even a military, right, with these kind of ideologies, such as someone like Cuomo, or any Democrat for that matter, who follows behind Democrat policies that never work, you're going to have an army of people like like like, like Cuomo's and De Blasio's, right? You're going to have a whole army of them. They're only following what's coming from upstairs. You are the face of this force. You can't blame them for your teachings, right? And you can't talk about reform once again without reforming yourself first. You can't. I don't know. You know what? I'm thinking Garcia got pushed back because of Ocasio Cortez, AOC. Um, what did she do? Did she endorse did she endorse Garcia? And they must have been like, oh wait a minute, AOC endorse? Oh no, hell no! And they just like, yo, just give Adams 100 something thousand votes real quick. We can't have anybody endorsed by AOC in power. So it's probably what it was. I don't know. You know, probably they looked at it like, no, 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 no. There's got to be a really bad reason for her to endorse this particular person. You know, and that's scary. AOC giving you the thumbs up. That is. Ooh man. So at the end of the day, we might have caught a break. I'm just saying. You ask me, a Democrat's a Democrat, but in this case, AOC endorsing someone, and the one that won or winning is not the one she endorsed. I see that as a lucky break. So sometimes you got to take what you can get, right? Um, so anyway, I'm just gonna pack this up. I just had some things to ask. Um, I still haven't gotten this for some reason. I'm probably missing a. I don't know. I'm probably missing a couple of things on my recorder.